Hey everybody and welcome to this video. I'm Inxlora123 and this is going to be a story time video. So in this video I'm going to be telling you about the first date that I ever had with my fiance, the love of my life, Nathan. So yeah, it's a story time first date. And yeah, I mean, most first dates are pretty kind of normal. You know, you go for a meal, you go for a drink, that kind of thing. Our first date was like everything in my life, a little bit weird, but weird is good. So what happened? Well, basically, I first met Nathan via a dating website called Plenty of Fish. I don't know why, but the name of that website always just makes me cringe a little bit and laugh a little bit. But anyway, because of Plenty of Fish, I was introduced to Nathan. So I found him on the website, and it's quite funny actually because he would never have found me, simply because he had the age setting that he was looking for, younger than me, because I'm 7 years older than Nathan. So he wasn't particularly looking for an older woman. But he found one, obviously, in the end. But yeah, I was looking for younger guys because I don't know, I'm going to sound a bit of a cougar right now, but I've never really been attracted to older guys. I've always liked younger guys. So I had my kind of age thing I was looking for a lot younger. And he had like, kind of, I think he was looking for girls his own age, maybe a little bit younger, but mainly his own age. Whereas I was looking for guys that were younger. Anyway, so he come up in my kind of category that I was searching, and I saw his photo. I thought he looked pretty cute, and I just read his profile and I thought, do you know what, I really like you. It was just different. His profile was very different than like some of the other guys that I'd seen on there. You know, it really was sickening though, because like the amount of guys who go on dating websites and their profile picture is just like, you know, all the muscles and stuff, like oh, the mirror shot looking really like, you know, I was like, nah. Whereas Nathan's picture is just really kind of casual, natural. He just looked like a fun, sweet guy, you know. And the words that he was saying on his profile were just like really, like everything was ticking the box for me. Personality, I could tell from the way he wrote his advert, like his advert makes it sound like he's selling himself. But you know what I mean, like his little thing that he wrote about himself, his profile, was just like really fun, and he had so many things in common with me, and it was just, you know, the way he was wording things was just showing that he had a great sense of humour, and that is something I've, you know, always liked in a guy, but I've never been able to actually find until Nathan. So I was always looking for guys who just have a good sense of humour, because I'm quite a funny person, or I think I'm funny. Maybe you don't think I'm funny, but I like to be quite a fun, loving, funny, silly, geeky kind of person, and I always want to look for someone who's going to be just as funny, if not funnier, actually. So yeah, everything was kind of ticking the box, and I messaged him, he messaged back. And yeah, it was just kind of back and forth. We spoke online for a little while and got to know each other. I think it's a great way of doing that, to kind of get to know someone, like, you know, behind the screen, because you can just kind of say stuff that you probably wouldn't do like in the flesh, or I know I wouldn't anyway. So anyway, we spoke for a while on messages, and I think we spoke on the phone, I think. And anyway, we agreed to meet up for a first date. Okay, now I get very, very nervous on first dates. I don't think it's just me. I think most people get quite nervous on first dates, right? But I was like literally like proper nervous. So he told me I had to meet him at a train station, where he lived. I was going to travel up to him and meet him there. And by the way, he did offer to come to where I am, but I was like, no, you know, I want to come up to you, you know, girl power and all that. I'll travel up to meet you, it's fine. So he was going to sit outside the station, and he was like, I'm going to be wearing a green hoodie, right? So I'd only seen like a couple of photos of him, like I hadn't seen like loads or anything. So I kind of had a rough idea what it was going to look like, but I was just looking at this kind of green hoodie, dark, kind of really spiky hair. He doesn't have it now as much, but back in the day when I first met him, Nathan's spiky hair was like proper big old spiky hair. Not as bad as Jedward, but it was very spiky, which I like spiky hair, so it's all good. Anyway, so I get to the station, right? I was proper nervous. I was like, you know, hyperventilating, but trying to look like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm fine. It's all good. And I see like two guys sitting there. Can you believe this? Fate and destiny. They were both wearing green hoodies. I was like, you're joking me. And they both had dark hair. They were both kind of facing the other way around, so I couldn't really see their faces. And I kind of walked up slowly, and then I saw the first guy, and I was just thinking, you look really miserable. Like, he wasn't ugly or anything, this other guy. He just looked really miserable. And she's like, just sitting there, and I was like, please don't be you. please don't be you. And it was, I just want someone funny. I was like, no, it's not him, it's not him, it's not him. And then I kind of walked around subtly. Back then I was a smoker, so I kind of got a cigarette out. I was trying to kind of look cool, like smoking. Not that it's cool to smoke, by the way. Don't smoke, it's bad for you. Anyway, so I'm walking around, then I look and I see Nathan, and it's kind of like, oh yeah, you're the guy in the photo, it's all good. He's got the green hoodie, it's him. And he kind of looked at me, recognised me. He's like, hey Laura. I was like, hi. And I always do that when I'm nervous. Oh, it's really weird. I always go, hi. It's just, I don't know. I don't do it as much now, but if I meet people the first time, I tend to go, hi. Anyway, so basically we was like, oh, what should we do? What should we do? And he was like, oh, do you want to go to a bar? Do you want to go for a nice drink? And I was like, well, do you know what? I really fancy a coffee. But the thing with me, I have no filter. Like, I just literally say what I think. I don't really filter things. I don't think if I say that sounds stupid or bad. I just kind of come out with it. It's, it's probably what's got me into trouble over the years. But anyway, it's who I am. So what, do you know what I mean? So I turned around and said to him, I'd really love to go for a Starbucks coffee. And he was like, oh, great. I like Starbucks as well. And then I was like, yeah, but I've got really bad IBS and I'm kind of lactose intolerant, so I probably will get like a bit of bellyache. Why don't I even say that? I'd literally been like 5 minutes in this guy's company. But luckily he laughed. Like, he was fine about it. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, And so anyway, we walk up to Starbucks, and on the way I see all these Poundland shops, like Pound Shop, like Poundland, Pound World. And you know me, if you're a regular viewer, I do love a bit of Poundland, a bit of high street bargains. Gotta love that. So on a first date, you would think, just walk past the shop, Laura. Ignore that there's pound bargains. That'd be stupid. Of course I didn't. I was like, do you mind if I just nip into a couple of pound shops? So yes, on our very first date, I literally dragged Nathan into several pound shops. I bought some very random things. For some reason, he remembers this. I didn't actually, because I told him I was doing this video, and I didn't remember this. But apparently, in one Poundland shop, I asked him if he would like a toy gun. I don't know. That's just so random. I think it's because he likes playing Warhammer and like computer games and stuff like Call of Duty. So maybe I thought, oh, it's a toy gun. Which I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I also got myself, I got myself a bra when I was with him in Poundland. So it's like a pound shop bra. Classy, I know. And just like random stuff. I know I've got other stuff, but I can't remember. It's just really a random mix. So anyway, once we've done the Poundlands and Pound Worlds and Pound Shops or whatever, I said to him, do you mind if we go, while I'm here, not that I'm here for shopping, I'm here for a date, but while I'm here, would you mind coming to Wilkinson's with me, because I need to get my goldfish a toy, a little like toy statue for her tank. It's very bizarre, and she still got it actually next door, but yeah, I got this little goldfish that I wanted to put in a tank. So he come around looking for that. So basically I dragged him around lots of shops, and then we finally got to Starbucks, and we sat in Starbucks for hours. I think we was there for like 3 hours, which is really cool because we got to know each other and really like bonded and just had a laugh and stuff. Oh, just hit the table. But yeah, no, we just got on really well, laughed and stuff. And then I don't know if you remember it, but I was obsessed with this app. I don't think this is like popular now, but at the time, bear in mind this is like 6 years ago. Me and Nathan have been together over 6 years now. And yeah, it was this app on the phone called Draw Something. So yeah, I was like literally obsessed with this. And what it was like you'd play against someone, and every now and again, they'd reply, and then you'd have to draw something, they'd have to guess what it was, and then you reply. It was like back and forth. And so literally throughout the day, I was literally just playing Draw Something, and looking back, it was really rude. It was actually really rude that I did that, but I was just like obsessed with this app. Every now and again, I'd go off. I was like, oh, sorry, I'm just going to draw something. And then he was like, oh, can I have a go? I was like, yeah, of course you can. I'm playing with a friend and blah, blah, blah. So he took my phone and he'd done the Draw Something. And once I figured out he was actually better at it than me, like he could draw the things better, I was like, oh, I don't want to do it like every time it comes through. So basically every time I draw something, message would come through on the app, I'd have my phone over and he'd draw. So we spent ages playing that. It was quite rude of me, really. I should have just left the app alone until I got home, but there we go. Also, because I was am lactose intolerant and have IBS, I was drinking a hell of a lot of bleeding coffee. So you can imagine, cup after cup. When you sit in a coffee shop, you're just like chatting, drinking coffee or other beverages, I don't know. But for me, it's cappuccino, and there's lots of milk, and it doesn't agree with my stomach. So I had to keep going to the toilet. And every time I come back to the toilet, apparently he says that I kept going, oh, my stomach really hurts. I can't remember that, but it probably did happen because I do say that all the time to him. But yeah, so I kept having to go to the toilet, which is very embarrassing. I don't just mean like a couple of times. I mean like 5 or 6 times because it was going right through me. Drink the coffee, boom, there it goes. Anyway, too much information. Also, what I remember from our first date is telling him about my new bra that I was wearing on that date. So yeah, it's so cringe when I think back on it, right? So basically I'd bought, because I knew I was going on this date, I was like, oh, do you know what, I want to make my boobs look quite, so basically I'd gone and got this new bra and I was wearing it. I think it's from Marks and Spencer's or something. It's like this big old padded thing, like proper thick pads, right? So I wore this bra on our first date, and this so random. I sat there in Starbucks, apparently. Well, not apparently, I know I did it, and said, what do you think of my boobs? And I said, because I've got a new bra on, and I was sitting there like this, going, I think they look like footballs. I really love this bra. It looks like footballs, And he said the funniest thing was that he obviously could tell that I had big boobies, bazonkas, whatever you want to call them, breasts, and he was trying not to look because he was trying to be respectful, gentlemanly, and just kind of, maybe the odd sly look down, but he wasn't like looking. And he said all that time he'd been trying not to look, to be respectful and gentlemanly, and then I was going, right, go on, look at them, stare at these bad boys, look how big they look in this big padded bra. So that was quite funny. I'm trying to think of any other thing random that happened. We just had weird conversations. I told him like random stuff. I do tell people random stuff. I come out with random stuff. I remember us because we both smoked at the time, and we were just like smoking for ages, like in the high street, just sitting there like smoking. And I went through so many cigarettes that day, more than I normally would have smoked, but I was so nervous. And I remember that night coming home and having such a bad throat and a bit of a cough because I'd like chain smoked. I don't smoke anymore. We both give up, which is really good. But yeah, I remember getting on the train and they say like, play it cool. Play it cool. Don't message the guy. Let him message you and all that. But I don't believe in all that. Like, I think you should do what you want. And I remember literally being on the train for about 5 minutes on the way home. And I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to say thanks for a nice time. And I was like, hey, it was a really cool meeting. You had a nice time, blah, blah, blah. It took him ages to reply. Was not impressed. And I thought, oh my God, he doesn't like me, And then I thought, oh, what have I said? What have I done? I started thinking all these stupid things I'd said and done because I was nervous and I'm just annoying anyway. But then, yeah, he replied and said, oh, I didn't get your message. I've only literally just got in. I still have a go at him for that. 6 years later, engaged, obviously. I'm like, why did you take that long to message back? Not only that, why didn't you message me first? Like, it's all well and good saying, yeah, women can text, but it would have been nice to, get a text. And he said he didn't text that quick anyway. Number one, because he was on the way home, but he wanted to leave it a while anyway because he didn't want to look like super keen or super creepy. But I still think he should have texted me first. But I think I'll forgive him because got engaged, so it's a thing in the past. But yeah, our first date was very bizarre. We didn't kiss or anything. We had a cuddle. I remember cuddling him, and I remember when I cuddled him, I just felt, I don't know, this real kind of warmth from him that I'd never felt when this sounds really deep and emotional, but I've cuddled, it sounds really bad right now, I cuddled a lot of guys in my time. But when I felt like cuddled by him, it was a very kind of strong energy. Now, I'm a very kind of spiritual person. Like, I know I don't probably seem it, but I'm a very spiritual person. I do believe in fate and destiny. And from the minute I met him, the whole kind of online chatting, in the flesh, meeting, there was just something there. There was definitely a bond. There was this connection, this chemistry. And at first I was very kind of scared because I'd been hurt a lot by previous guys and things. So I was like, kind of backed off. And should we just be friends for a while? And also he wasn't really my kind of guy that I'd been out with before. Like, he knows this, by the way. I'm not being two-faced. Normally I'd had like proper like bad boy types, like horrible wasters, basically. Guys that were so arrogant and just, controlling, jealous, aggressive, basically crap. Okay, so when I met Nathan, he was very, very different. He liked reading books, and he was a gamer, and I was like, I wasn't used to someone like that. And it took me someone like Nathan, who's so special and so lovely and adorable, to realise that not all men are, you know, complete idiots. There are some nice guys out there. Grab them whilst you can. Obviously not my one, because Nathan is all mine. But you know what I mean? There are some nice guys. Because I think when you go through years and years of hurt and being like treated like crap, you do kind of give up hope a little bit. And the more you give up hope, it makes you kind of negative. As much as I did deep down want a relationship. Otherwise I wouldn't have been on all these like dating sites and stuff and looking for a relationship. But I don't know, I was just scared. I was really scared of getting hurt again and like falling for someone and being messed about. And you know, sometimes they start off nice and then turn bad. And I was just kind of protecting myself and holding back a bit. But the more we went on dates, the more we got to know each other and stuff, we just got on so well. We still do, obviously. But yeah, it was just like, we just kind of fell into this kind of, 1 minute we're kind of seeing each other. And the way that we got together as girlfriend and boyfriend, sounds so childish, but you know, is I actually wrote a little note. I think he's still got it somewhere. I think somewhere in like a box in the loft or something. But yeah, it's like a little note I wrote him, and it was like really childish because I'm really childish. And it said, "Will you be my boyfriend?" Tick yes box, tick no box. I think there might have been a maybe. Yeah. And he ticked yes. And I remember like when I give him that note, I was like, oh, what if he says no? If he ticks the no box, I'm going to like such a prick, do you know what I mean? But luckily, he ticked yes. And as I say, over 6 years later, we're still together. We're still going strong. I love him. We're getting married. It's all good. I don't know why I'm dancing because that's really freaking weird. But no, he's an amazing, well, he was an amazing boyfriend and he's an amazing fiance. And I just know that he's going to be an amazing husband as well. And talking about the wedding, a lot of people ask me in comments about the wedding. When is it? Blah, 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 what it's going to be like. I do want to do a vlog at some point sort of soon, like my ideas and stuff for the wedding and talk a little bit about it. But you know, the thing is, I'm really enjoying just like, I don't believe in like rushing things just for the sake of it. And neither does Nathan. Like, he moved in, we've lived together now for, I think, 2 years, 3 years. 3 years? I can't remember now. It's about 2 or 3 years. So, we live together and we're engaged. And, you know, I'm kind of just enjoying that, you know, and we talk about the wedding and what we'd like and what we want to, you know, to have happen and what I want to wear, what he wants to wear, all that kind of theme stuff. But at the moment, it's just kind of cool enjoying being engaged, living together, you know, and then the next stage. And not only that, but it's also the money. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be cheap. Like, I want a really nice wedding, not like super extravagant. I'm not like that, but I do want just like a really nice, special kind of romantic thing. And I want a lovely dress. I want lovely rings. Both of us to have really lovely wedding rings. I want a nice cake. Got to have a good wedding cake. Oh yes, and things like that. So it's not going to be cheap. And oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, it just happened. I've got wind. I'm so sorry. I had a bit of a fizzy drink before I filmed this video. I'm so sorry. We just make out that never happened, right? So awkward. But yeah, like, so it's gonna cost a lot of money, and we're both gonna save for it. Mum's gonna put towards it. My dad might as well. I don't know. But hopefully. Anyone who wants to put up like some money for the wedding, I'll be like, yeah, I'll take that. Thank you very much. But no, obviously we want to save a lot from ourselves, and if people want to help us and that in the family or whatever, that's amazing. You know, it all helps. But yeah, so we're just going to start saving and just, you know, get planning. And there's so much to do. I don't want to just like rush it all and panic. I want to take our time and plan things. And do you know what I mean? So there we go. Also something very funny I thought about. It was something we were talking about the other night. Basically, my grandma, I love my grandma so much. I miss her dearly. She passed away 6 years ago now. And sadly, my granddad never got to meet Nathan, which really upsets me because my granddad and Nathan would have got on proper well. Like, they really would have got on well, like, seriously. But luckily, he did get to meet Grandma. And Grandma got, finally, just before she died, she got to know that I was happy, I was sorted. Because she'd say, all I ever want for you, Laura, is to just find someone and be happy and get settled down. And I was like, yeah, I don't think it's ever going to happen, and kind of like, you know, negative about it. So she got me, she got to see me before she died, you know, with Nathan. She met him, she really liked him. She could see that we were in love, and it was really nice for it to know that she saw that, you know, before she passed away. But yeah, the funny thing once, me and Nathan used to visit my grandma. I used to go on my own as well, but sometimes Nathan would come with me, and we'd sit in her little flat. She'd make us a cup of tea, few cheeky biscuits, you know. And one day, my grandma was chatting to me and Nathan, and it's something come up about ex-boyfriends, and I said, "Oh, I haven't really had that many ex-boyfriends." And my grandma turned around, no word of a lie, this did happen, very cringe, even now thinking about it. She turned around and said, "No, Laura, you've had loads of ex-boyfriends." I was like, no, trying to play it down, because you don't really want, you know, I'd only been with them a little while. You don't really want your new boyfriend to think you're a complete slut, do you know what I mean? Which, by the way, I'm not. Can I just put that out there? But it doesn't sound good when a guy's told that, you know, his new girlfriend has had loads of ex-boyfriends, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to play it down in front of Nathan. I'm going, "No, Grandma, like, get the hint, Grandma, get this kind of family connection thing." I was like, no. I haven't had that many boyfriends, only a few. But she still kept going on like, "No, you've had loads." And then she turned around to Nathan and was like, "Yeah, I used to tell her to get all her ex-boyfriends, line them all up and pick the best one." And I was like, God. And then I was trying to change it again. I was going, "Yeah, it'd only be a small line." "No, it'd be a really long line. You've had a lot." Anyway, so that was it. It was just very funny, and it's something, you know, from always remembered, because it's my grandma, bless her. She was, I suppose, I am like her. She would just say what she thought, and she didn't really care what people thought. She'd just say it. Do you know what I mean? What was in her mind was what come out of her mouth, basically. And I do kind of take after her a little bit. She was a lovely lady, and I love her to bits, and as I say, I miss her dearly. She was like a second mum to me, do you know what I mean? She helped raise me, she was a big part of my life, but sometimes she could be quite sharp with her tongue, with her words, so yes. But as I say, it was really good that she got to meet Nathan, and they got on really well, and yeah. But yeah, basically that was my random little story time video. I really love doing these story time videos, and I know from the comments that you seem to like them as well. I'm trying to rack my brain and think of like different subjects and like memories and stuff that I can chat about. I was thinking for the next vlog, story time vlog, to talk about the time. God, why do I just carry on embarrassing myself? Talk about the time that when I was younger, I used to, oh God, I used to stuff my bra with socks or tissues, whatever it was. I would stuff bra. Yeah, even though I had, looking back at my old photos, I did have big boobs anyway, but for some reason I didn't think I had big enough. I probably want to be like Dolly Parton or something, do you know what I mean? So I used to stuff them with socks and tissues, and I don't know if that's really a good story time, is it? It's not really much you can say in a story time about that, because I've just said it. Yeah, I used to stuff my bra. It's really difficult to think of story time ideas. Do you know what I mean? Like, I look through YouTube for ideas, and there's a lot of like confessions. I did this, or I haven't really done anything like particularly bad or particularly wild in my life. Like, I'm a bit of a weird character, and I've done stuff, but not particularly like exciting. I mean, if you've got any ideas of stuff that you want me to talk about, like subject matters for story time, I know someone suggested talking about school days and college days, which I think is quite a cool idea. But I don't really remember much. Like, I remember a few things about school and college, but then it kind of gets a bit vague. The older I'm getting, I can't remember, certain things. But if you've got any ideas, let me know. Anyway, everybody, I'm going to go now because I don't want you to fall asleep. I just want to say, by the way, very quickly, a couple of things. First thing is, to my trolls, this is a message to my trolls. In particular, one troll who is literally like, driving me crazy. It's just so irritating. Doesn't upset me, it just irritates me because I have to keep blocking and deleting. So I think it's the same person. I'm safe in saying it's the same person because their spelling is atrocious. Their wording just doesn't really make sense. It's just like, the same kind of words they use and things. So I'm thinking it's the same person. What they're doing is leaving nasty comments under several different accounts. Okay, so they've opened up several accounts and they might troll other people, not just me probably. But anyway, so they're trolling me with different accounts. I keep blocking, deleting the comments, blah, blah, blah. and they keep doing it again, you know, different account. So it's just, as I say, it's not upsetting me, it's just really irritating me, because I go on my comments to reply to my lovely viewers and, you know, always respond to you. And I have to deal with all this rubbish of, you're an ugly fat bitch, you're useless, you're ugly, your teeth are horrible, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's just like, stop it. You know, I just want to delete and block them, but it's wasting my time, or I could be doing something better. Do you know what I mean? Like, so trolls, if you don't like me, or especially that in particular troll, that's cool. Like, I know I'm irritating and stuff. I would find myself irritating, so I totally get you. And someone put like, oh, you're really like unclassy. Yeah, I'm unclassy, so what? But look, if you don't like me, just don't watch me. It's as simple as that. I mean, seriously. Either that, you're just a secret fan and you love me. So anyways, that's the troll. Also, very quickly, my social media. Come follow me and add me on social media. Links are down below, but Twitter is at minxlaura123, Instagram is minxlaura123, and Facebook is minx.laura.5. Also, I'm on Goodreads. If you're a bookworm like myself, come check me out on there. Links down below to that. You can see what books I've read, what books I want to read, etc. And also, I've got another YouTube channel, which is called minxlaura123 ASMR. So on that channel, I make relaxation videos to help people with anxiety, insomnia, like just chill you out, basically. And some people, when they watch my videos, they get like a tingly sensation in their scalp because of like the pure relaxation. So go check out the other channel. I'll put the link down below to that as well. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed the video and my random little story time stuff. And yeah, you know, the first date was a little bit weird, and I probably shouldn't have dragged Nathan around shops or got him to play a app game, or told him I had really bad stomach aches and kept going to the toilet. But you know what, it's all good. We're still together, as I say. We're gonna be getting married. We're in love, and it's all good. Okay. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please subscribe. You know you want to. Take care. Bye.